Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Bruchim Abayim. In the next 2 days, we're coming up to the beautiful Chag of Chanuka, and Be'ezrat Hashem, in this video, we'll be able to go over why we celebrate Chanuka and over some important halachot that we all should know for this coming up Chag. We know the reason why we celebrate Chanuka by the second Bet HaMikdash over 2,200 years ago. The Greeks came and fought us and destroyed the Bet HaMikdash, and we know in the end, with Hashem's mercy, the Maccabees won the war. And what happened was, the Jews wanted to light the menorah that they light every single day. And to light the menorah, you had a special jar that was sealed from the Kohen Gadol, that this jar is Shemet Zayit and everything's pure. They're looking for the jar. After many hours, they only found one unbroken jar that was still sealed from the Kohen Gadol, and they used it. But they said, what are we going to do? This jar, it only lasts for one night. And it takes a couple of days to make fresh olive oil. And we know the miracle happened was they lit it and it lasted for 8 days. So because of that miracle and many other miracles that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us in the time of Chanuka and the time of the story, we celebrate to commemorate these miracles and we light the Chanukiah. We know during this time we also have events. We have su'udot. It's good to have a su'udah mitzvah, different parties, obviously kosher, in a kedusha way, with music and shirot and praising HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the nisim He gave us then and the nisim He gives us now. It's also a custom to eat fried foods, donuts, and so on and so forth. We know what is the mitzvah. We have a menorah. Every single household needs to have a menorah, and we light every night a candle. The second night you light 2 candles, 3 candles, till by the 8th day we have 8 beautiful candles lit. Who is obligated in this mitzvah? Men and women. Since women were also part of this mitzvah and they were part of the miracle, so the mitzvah of Chanukah is obligated for the man and woman. Now, the Sephardic custom is that we do light one menorah at home and the Baal Habayit lights. The Ashkenazi custom is that everyone lights their own menorah. In a Sephardi home, if your children really want to light, maybe for chinuch, then they can light, but there's only one bracha that is said, not more than one. And obviously, if the man is not there, he's not available, the woman is still obligated to light, since she's also part of this beautiful mitzvah. We also light in the Bet Knesset, we light in the shul for Pirsumei Nisa if there's 10 people or more. What time do we light the menorah? When do we light it? So in a Bet Knesset, we light it between Mincha and Avit. But at home, we light it by Tzet HaKochavim, which is right after Shkia. In Los Angeles this year, it's around 5:25, 5:30. That's when you must light it every night. Now, if you can't light it in Tzet HaKochavim, which is the ideal time, and something comes up or you're coming home later, then obviously you have the whole night to light. But the best time to light it is by Tzet HaKochavim. Before the Chanukiah, we should be careful not to have big meals or not to really work, so we could get ready and not forget about lighting the candles. The length of the menorah, we know the halacha is that if you light a candle that will not last more than 30 minutes, let's say you have a candle that will only last 5 minutes, not only it's asur to light, it's also a bracha levatala. So you have to make sure that you light a candle or an oil, a wick that will last 30 minutes or more. What do we use to light the menorah? You could use any wick or oil, but the Chachamim told us that the best thing to use is olive oil, since we know olive oil will light the fire the nicest, and we want to make sure we beautify the mitzvah. That's why everyone tries to get a silver menorah or something beautiful to beautify the mitzvah, and also the best olive oil and the best wicks to try to beautify the nair of Chanukah. But if you don't have olive oil, you also can use candles and wax and different things. Our minhag is that we say lahadlik ner Chanukah. That is the blessing that we say. How many brachot do we say? So the first night we say 3 brachot. We say lahadlik ner Chanukah. The second bracha is she'asa nisim lavotenu, and the third bracha only on the first night is she'chiyanu v'kiyimanu. The following nights we say the first 2 brachot, lahadlik ner and she'asa nisim. And the custom is that we light the shamash last. And how we light the menorah is we start. The first night we light 1 light, But the second night, you light the second light, which is really from the left to the right. So you light night 2, and then the first candle. And then again, the third night, fourth night, you go 5, 4, 3. We go from the left to the right, and the last candle we light is the shamash. On Erev Shabbat, we light the menorah first, then we light Shabbat candles, the Nerot Shel Shabbat. On Motzei Shabbat, it's a bit different. In the Bet Knesset, we light the menorah first, then Havdalah, but privately in your home, we first do Havdalah, then we light the menorah. Now, throughout the whole week, we say Hallel Gamur in Shacharit, we say Hallel with a bracha, and also in Amidah and Birkat Hamazon, we say Ala Nisim and Bimei Matitya Ben Yochanan, which is after Modim. We say this every single day, including Birkat Hamazon. We also read the Torah every day, and on Shabbat we'll have 2 Sifrei Torah, one for the Parasha and one for Chanukah. And on Rosh Chodesh, we have also 2 Sifrei Torah, one for Rosh Chodesh and one for Chanukah. So these are the beautiful halachot we have. Hopefully we covered most of the halachot, and Be'ezrat Hashem this year, with the light of Chanukah that we light in our house with our family, it's a time to be happy, it's a time to celebrate the miracles that Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us in the war, celebrate the miracles He gave us this year, the past years that we have with our life, and Be'ezrat Hashem, the same light that we lit in the Bet HaMikdash, Be'ezrat Hashem, this year we'll be lighting the same light again in our Bet HaMikdash that's going to come again, and we'll see the Geula Shelema. Amen. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Chag Sameach.